the biggest problems I had when I first started streaming was knowing if I was doing something correctly. Now, there's no right or wrong on Twitch, it is what you make it, but there's a couple of things that I wish I maybe knew or was told when I first started. So in today's video, we're going to be reviewing some of you, the community's streams, and letting you guys know where you could be doing better or be doing things differently. Now, even if your own stream isn't included in this video, definitely stick around to the end because I used to love watching other stream reviews when I first started because a lot of this information is pretty transferable across all different types of streamers, so definitely check out till the end and see how we get on. But before we get into this video, a couple of different things. One, you're probably asking yourself, Dan, where the hell are you? As I mentioned in previous videos, I've recently moved to Dubai and I'm in this temporary room currently with my elephant teddy bear in the back. Can we get a hello Eli in the comments, please? And the next thing is I'd like to take a minute to thank the wonderful sponsors of today's video, Skillshare. If you've never heard of it, Skillshare is an all-in-one learning platform where you can go onto it and learn whatever you want to learn about anything at all. Maybe you want to learn graphic design so you can design branding for your own streams, video editing so you can create clips and put them here on YouTube from your streams, or anything else under the sun from creative tech stuff to gardening and musical instruments. One course that I really found helpful on Skillshare and that I consistently talk about on this channel is YouTube Success, script, shoot, and edit with MKBHD. In this course, Marquise takes you through all the things you're going to need to know to successfully create content here on YouTube. He takes you through his shooting process, his scripting process, and even his editing process in one really accessible course. I would highly recommend anyone who's considering making content here or even elsewhere to check out this course because it is so beneficial. Skillshare is also super affordable and the first 1,000 people to click the link in the description will receive a 1-month free trial of Skillshare. Thanks again to Skillshare for sponsoring this video and the channel, consistently helping us out. Thank you very much. You're awesome. There's my finger. It's waving in front of the camera. It's probably annoying. Before we get into the video, just a quick disclaimer. What I say in this video is my opinion, and that's completely fine. If you don't agree with it, you don't have to. It's just what I see in front of me and what I would do differently, but everyone's brain is different. So yeah, if I do review your stream and you don't agree with what I have to say, that's completely fine. I hope you enjoy it anyway. Alrighty, let's get into this. Let's start off with our boy OG_stream Cage. First, let's check out the about section. Always want to do this. This looks really nice, looks pretty cool. Suggestion box, dope, very nice. Hey everyone, you can call me OG or Cage, either is fine, 23 from the US. This is cool, this is a very fleshed out section. I really like this. What I would say is maybe just on your about section, try align these things better if you can, so that like, you know, because at the top you've got these panels that are real nicely fitted, and then down here you kind of have this ladder effect going on. But this is super nice.
No skill checks being missed. And I have my wild cherry Capri Sun.
Alright, so a couple of things here, right? I'm just gonna mute this and let it play. What I would say is your camera is pretty good quality. I think it looks like a C920 from what I'm seeing, but the border you have is kind of distracting. This, like, I don't know the correct name for it, but the red, I guess, like traditional Japanese hat, that is very distracting. It's kind of in the way of you and it's taking up a lot of the screen and a lot of the gameplay. This is a type of thing that would look really cool on like the corner of the cam border, especially if it was square. Like make it small so it looks like the camera itself is wearing a little hat. It's also not the greatest quality JPEG. You can see some like artifacting around the quality of it there. The spinning shuriken, or whatever you want to call these things, I don't know what they're called, is also pretty cool. What would be even better is if this little ninja star, if that spun every so often, and where you have OG Stream Cage, your branding there, if that ninja star came up every so often and it threw your socials in there, like everything changed, it was different. So it was like your Twitter, your YouTube. I know that you've got your branding on your stream right now on Twitch, but the thing is we're watching that, we know it's there, right? We know we're watching Stream Cage. Now obviously this serves a purpose that if you put a clip on TikTok or whatever, and if you isolate your camera, people can kind of see that it's baked in there, right? They can then see the branding and know what streamer to go and find. On Twitch, it is a little bit, you know, distracting. You could probably put something like this in post if you were editing your TikToks, if that's the reason you have it. But yeah, other than that, pretty cool. Stream is good quality. Your mic sounds pretty decent. You've got some backlighting going on here. But yeah, super cool. I like this. Can't really fault it. Good quality. One thing I will say though, I don't know if you were playing copyright music in your starting soon screen. If you don't have the rights to it, don't play it. But yeah, this looks great. Your bios and stuff are really flashed out. So yeah, good job. Boom, roasted. All right, next up we got Mr. Dangles, who says, this is a clip of me goofing around with autotune requested by chat. Also, if you could please critique my about section and give any advice on how my streams could improve, it would be much appreciated. Okay, awesome. Everyone seems to want their about section critiqued. Leave a comment below if you want to see a video about how to construct a bio correctly.
We gon' have fun at my spot tonight.
Alright, this is cool. This is really cool. Alright, judging just going off this screen alone for now, right? This is super cool. What I would say is your chat box is huge, right? Now, what chat box serves the purpose of, in my opinion, is that if you're taking clips from your stream, people can see it on likes of YouTube. They can see what the chat was saying during whatever you were doing, right? and people like seeing their name on screen, okay? But what I would say is it's very big. So anyone who's watching you live has now essentially 2 full-size chats. All right. It's nice when it's smaller and it's put down into like a nice little, bundle or even housed within a graphic that you could design. I don't think it needs to be this big. It's just gets annoying. It gets kind of distracting at times, and it's taking up a lot of screen real estate when the viewer has the exact same thing on their right hand side anyway. So I would consider making that smaller. Next thing is your kind of overlay here. Obviously, you can see that your chat box is actually moving into it, so it's blocking, I think, something that says suit and stream. It's some sort of goal. This is clean. It's quite minimal. It's not really in my face. That goal is quite big. What I would suggest you do, look at these things at the top, right? And figure out like what of these you actually need. What could be nice is if you had top tipper on the left and say follower on the right, and those cycled, so they changed to be, most recent subscriber, most recent follower, donation, each of them changed, and then you could use that section in the middle that you now have free to box in your goal. Now, again, also what I would recommend doing is if you look at your setting, your set, you've got some purple lights in the background. It's quite cool. It's quite nice. It's quite kind of pretty, right? You've got this flickering monitor in the back playing some what looks like Sailor Moon, I think. I'm not sure. It's colorful, right? There's colors in there. It's not very monochromatic, but your goals are. I would add a little bit of color in them. Amalgamate them into the background. Your branding isn't just what's on front of you in terms of the grays and stuff like that. It can also be what's behind you as well, right? So maybe try and change up some of the colors of those if you can. Other than that, great job. Audio sounds clean. Okay, so let's check out your about section. All right, this is looking good. It's pretty fleshed out. About me, I donate all revenue to Jumpstart, a charity that helps underprivileged children with funding so they may participate in sports and physical activity. Hey! That's awesome. So you give 100% of your stream revenue to charity. That explains the Dangles charity bit. That's very, very cool, Dangles. What I would say though is I think you should expand on this a little bit more. Talk about why you're doing this. Talk about what brought you to do this and why you want that for your stream. It's a pretty unique thing, right? Maybe you could link to Jumpstart here so people can check it out for themselves and see what it is, because it's a unique thing for a streamer to have, right? So it's like, maybe you want to give as much information as you can. One thing I would say is that you've got a lot of affiliate codes. Now I can see here that you've put under them that say I receive 0 commission kickback for these purchases, and that's very straightforward. But for the average person who comes to your channel and just looks at it, that can be quite in people's faces for some people who won't take the time to read it. Sometimes people will come on and they'll say, oh, this person's has all these affiliate codes. Maybe you could house them in one thing that says affiliates. Similarly here, how you have schedule, you could have one that says affiliates, and you could put a little bit of a blurb there that says I don't receive any commission, and then you could link things underneath it. Again, this is taking up quite a bit of space on your about me page, and there's a lot of text here. We'll just kind of condense it down for people to see. But yeah, hell yeah, very good, very cool job. Boom, roasted. All right, next we have Val Kelly. I've been making my own things and changing up new stream bits. Coming Thursday, I have a long way to go. Well, we'll see. Oh, she's live right now.
I know you love me, but stay away.
Hi, I am recording a video. Do something cool or else.
I'm recording a video. I'm currently reviewing your channel right now. Do something cool or else. Ah!
All right, okay, I'm just gonna review this while I'm live. Firstly, audio's good. Mic is a tad bit loud. You could probably lower down your mic volume a little bit. Your gain is a bit high. I reckon you could turn your mic down, lose a bit of gain, and then use a compressor to get back that volume that you lost. Because it's peaking. Like when you try to shout there, it completely clipped out. It cancel the mic. Compressor limiter will help with that. Secondly, I like your cam border with the little bubbles. You've got a Finding Nemo teddy bear in the background. I'm assuming that Finding Nemo's a favorite of you. You've got the water theme and stuff. What would be dope if these bubbles moved? If you could figure out a way to animate those bubbles so they kind of moved around your cam border, that would be very, very nice. The chat box down the bottom is very cool. However, it's kind of in the way. What you want to look out for with your chat box, if you're going to be showing it on your screen at all times, is that it's always out of the way. For this game, this would be a lot better under your camera because you have a lot of negative space around here. So what I would say is that, you can create a couple of different chat boxes within OBS and then turn on and off whichever ones you think would need. So you can have your one at the bottom that would work for some games or for just chatting, and then you could have one under your cam border, and you could actually create a group on OBS and group them all together. So that way, if you move your camera, you automatically move your chat box. So definitely try out that. I like your bio. Your bio is super nice. It's empathetic, sentient ball of stardust here to chill, chat, and try not to die. You can watch me on Thursdays and some Sundays playing games like Animal Crossing, Slime Rancher, DBD, Hollow Knight, and Fall Guys. Hey, it is Thursday. This is correct. All right, so this is obviously quite bare. I know that this is a charity thing that a lot of the guys were doing who watch this channel and watch this, were part of this community, so that's very, very cool. Flesh this out, add in your about section, add in your schedule, add in your, a tip button if you want, anything else you think your community needs to know about you, your socials, all that kind of thing. Get it in there, fill it out, and even if you're not happy with it, just get something down there that you can change and swap out stuff and all that kind of thing after a while. But other than that, this is stream looks great, quality looks good, can't fault it. Very, very, very cool. Maybe just consider moving stuff around a little bit. But other than that, good job. Boom, roasted. All right, next on the list, we've got 2G33KS Gaming. 2 geeks? 2 geeks. I have 2 shoes. You have 2 geeks. Very cool. All right, let's check out the about section. He, him, RPG streamer, lover of dragons, obsessor of lore, an overall goofball that wants to spread love and build a community that breaks the stigma around autism. Amazing. That's a very good bio. That's an example of a good bio. From this, I can tell your interests. I can tell what you want to do with your community. A lot of people just kind of put I want to build a community that's really strong. Yeah, every streamer wants to do that. This is a pretty good fleshed out bio. He's also got a contact link there. Again, hugely important. Have your emails in your bios, everybody. I've talked with people who are partnership managers of brands and that kind of thing, and the biggest problem they have is they don't know how to contact people. So people can DM you on Twitter, but if your DMs are off or whatever, it can be annoying for them. Okay.
I think I'm in. It says
okay, there's a lot happening here audio-wise. So I can hear what looks like a TV show or something in the background, maybe. I could be wrong, correct me if I'm wrong. But also you're setting things up with your friends, you're checking if they're in the Discord call or whatever. What I would say there is, mute yourself and mute your friends on Discord, or create a separate audio track for the stream so you can still hear them but the stream can't. Nice little bit of music would be good here because this is a very cool starting soon screen. The dragon breathing fire, it's dope. It's got your YouTube, it's got your Twitter, it's got some moving particles. It's a good starting soon screen. I like it a lot, but I can hear you, so it's I know you're there. And the whole thing about a starting soon screen is you're taking that time to get ready and all that kind of thing, and it kind of defeats the purpose of it if your chat can hear you while it's happening. Beyonce called she wants her Halo back. 10 out of 10 title. 10 out of 10 title. Amazing.
I am Geeks Gaming, or 2G. I'm a variety RPG streamer, and we are going to be playing some Halo Infinite today.
All right, okay, cool. Mic is clear. Mic sounds good. I can hear you've got a noise gate in your mic. That's very, very cool. This is great. I like your cam border. I like all these things. It looks good. It's clean. I can see you. I can hear you well. One thing I would definitely suggest doing though is I can see by your chat that you've just gotten raided. And what's a very handy thing to do, that if you're someone who plays a lot of co-op games, you play with chat, add a deafen hotkey. I've said this so many times before on the channel. People are probably sick of me saying it. Add a deafen hotkey, so that way when someone raids and you need to take your attention away from the person you're co-oping with, you can just deafen yourself on Discord. You're still in the call. They can't hear you, and then your chat can't hear them. I could hear somebody coughing that you were talking to when you were trying to talk to chat and all that kind of thing. Just cleans up that whole thing a little bit. Also, this JPEG, this kind of image of this dragon is really cool, but it would be awesome if this was a slideshow and it cycled through a couple of different images while you're in this little just chatting section. So super cool, really like it. You're well lit, you can see the background, looks good, but congrats. Boom, roasted. Okay, we got Lore the Destroyer. Okay, we got some Atmos here. This is your starting soon screen. I would try and beef this up a bit. Again, animation. If you could somehow animate this, maybe the hairs flowing on the character there, maybe the swords or fire on them or something like that. I see you're playing Dark Souls, so maybe that could be a thing. These dogs could be blinking, or the cats could be sticking their tongues out or whatever. But some sort of movement in your starting soon screen is pretty important, because the problem is that people come to the stream and they have to wait at a starting soon screen. So at least give them something cool. Not that this isn't cool, but at least give them something a bit more, visually appealing to look at while they wait. Maybe consider playing some music on top of your Atmos as well. Give somebody some beats. If you guys are looking for good royalty-free music, you should check out Stream Tunes. I use them on all my streams and all the videos here on YouTube. They're linked below. They provide 100% DMCA safe and royalty-free music for streamers and content creators, and you can use their stuff for free. It's on Spotify, Apple Music, wherever. So if you want some music, there you go.
Fucking sad time ever. Oh my god, I've forgotten how to do this.
Okay, so I can see that you're streaming in 720p. Your mic sounds pretty clear. That's all pretty good. Maybe a touch too loud. You could turn it down a little bit. But what I would say here, if your internet can, get some more bitrate going. We can see we're losing a lot of quality in your camera. So it would be nice if we could add a little bit more bitrate there. I would say aim for like 4,000 plus. The max is 6, right? You can't go any higher than 6 with Twitch. Now, people will argue that with me. I know there's different people who say different things, but for me, I start on 6,000. Start on 6,000, work your way back and see what you can handle. That will definitely clear up a lot of this artifacting and blurring and hopefully help with your camera situation there as well. But other than that, I really like this overlay you have. The problem is when you get a lot of movement in the screen like you have here with the Dancer of the Boreal Valley, which is a really hard boss in Dark Souls, by the way, you're getting a lot of blurring when you're moving, and that is all down to bitrate. So I would say boost that bitrate if you can. All right, these all look good. I like these very clean kind of comic book-esque panels, but align them better. The first thing as a new viewer I want to see when I come to your stream is your About Me section. And then all this other stuff like leaderboards and sound things, put them below all that. You know, this is all really good information, like your About Me, your socials, your schedule, support, your specs and your games you've played on stream. These are really good things that people want to know about, especially new viewers. Like, if somebody comes to your stream when you play Dark Souls, they'll wonder, are they just playing Dark Souls this one time? What other kind of games did they play? And now I can see all this information, so I'll say, oh hell yeah, I like all these games, I'm going to stick around. So definitely consider realigning these and putting them first. Maybe I'll do a video about Me sections. What do you guys think? Again, let me know in the comments below. But yeah, Lord of the Destroyer, very good job. Boom, roasted. All right, roll in. Let me see your recent broadcast. I like this countdown timer you got going, but maybe make it smaller or resize it correctly. It's getting a lot of pixelation around the numbers, so it might just be stretched that little bit too much. You could also, if you wanted, make the background of it green and then use the chroma key feature on OBS to cut out that so it just fits really cool into your backdrop.
Now, I played this once before. I don't know if I will be able to do this well.
Okay, stream's looking good, great quality. I can hear you, I can see you. Now, how could this be better? You've got some really cool stuff behind you on that mantelpiece. It would be awesome if we could see that a bit more. Some backlighting could work really, really, really well. I can't say anything right now because I'm in a room with no backlighting. Well, I do. I have one little blue light over there. But even still, turn that off, it makes the world a difference, and I'm just in a bland room, you know? So a little bit of backlighting behind you would be pretty good because you're kind of blending into the background, so something on your face as well as some lighting in the back can really separate out that background. You've got the space for it looks like, so I would 100% recommend you try that. I Am the Asteroid That Kills the Dinosaur, great title. Yeah, very good. Boom, roasted. All right, everybody, that's going to just about do it for me today. I hope you enjoyed the stream review video. If you liked it, please do leave a like on the video. That helps a lot and is super cool. Again, don't get too used to this background. I won't be here too long, but bear with me while I get set up in this new country, which is awesome. Really enjoying myself so far. So thank you all for the kind wishes on Twitter and stuff. If you don't follow me on Twitter, catch me somewhere around it. That is my Twitter. And as always, if you're new here and you enjoy this type of content, please do consider subscribing as well. It's free and a lot of fun, and I make new stream advice videos every week. Other links below the video to support me as well, such as Patreon, etc. Thank you to all my patrons this month, helping me keep pumping out these videos at this rate that they come, so I really appreciate that. If you want to support me on Patreon, as I said, link is below, and you can support for as little as like $1.50 or something, so thank you again to all my patrons. If I didn't get to review your stream today, guys, I'm so sorry. I hopefully will do this again. You guys seem to like when I do it. There was a lot of them as always. But everybody, I hope you have amazing weeks on your content, and if you don't have a good week this week, don't worry, next week's a new one. Peace out, much love, look after yourselves, stay safe, bye bye.